Alright, let me check my audio real quick, see if that's working. Audio test real quick. Alright, that is a massive delay, but it's working. Alright, so today I'm working on this. I'm going to be making a simple sailing game using physics and stuff. I'm going to make a 3D model in Blender, import that into Godot, and then put together the game. So let's go over the physics first of how sailing works. So you have your boat here, and then you have your sail. Say that's the sail. And then let's say the wind's going this way, the boat's going this way. So the wind's going to hit the sail like this, and then you break that into X and Y components along the sail, so that and that. And then we don't need this. Let me use white. Just overwrite this. 5, 6. So we only keep this vector, and then we break that, the y vector here, then we break that down into x and y vectors relative to the boat. So this is the force hitting the sail. This is, switch. This is the force that accelerates the boat forward, and then this is the force that we'll use that for something else later. I'll show for cosmetic stuff. So this accelerates the boat forward, and then we have the wind the boat creates by going forward. So the faster you go forward, the more this increases, because as you go fast forward, you get wind pressing against you. And then you also have drag that slows you down faster you go. And then you have the rudder. So let's say it's like this. So I'll have a constant that represents the rudder's surface area. And then so you take the speed of the boat going this way, and you break that down into x and y coordinates relative to the rudder. So this and this. You ignore this one, and then you take this and multiply it times the rudder constant and rotate the boat by that amount every frame. And then that gives you the propulsion for the boat based on the wind you're getting. Then the next thing to do for more of a visual nice effect is, so this is the boat from the rear. So if I take this vector here that's hitting the sail like this, I can tip the boat according to the wind hitting it. So I tip the boat, and the more the boat tips, this is the force hitting it. I'm going to break it down into these two vectors, and I ignore this one, and I focus on this one, and I'm going to counteract it over here. Let's say this is the pivot. I counteract it here with the force of gravity on the ballast. Let's say this is the ballast. So gravity pulls this down, and then I break that into two vectors, this one, and I use this one to counteract this. So based on the amount of ballast, whatever weight I set the ballast for will determine how far the boat can tip based on the wind hitting it. So stronger winds will tilt the boat more, and lighter winds will tilt it less. So that's all the physics. Let's get started. So first off, open up Blender here. Switch to Blender. Okay, so I gotta remember how to use Blender. Well, I'm getting some vibe. Okay. Blender doesn't like my... Let me try screen capture instead. No, it must be a driver issue. Again, things don't like Linux very much. Oh well, I can still use it. So let's get rid of these. And let's switch into here. Which one is X-ray mode? There we go. Delete this. And add mirror modifier. Yep, and clipping, there we go. Now I can, let's see, orthographic mode. Extrude this out. And let's bring this in, bring this back. See, scale that more on the Y. Something like that, scale on the X. View it from the side, flip this, which way is the front? There we go. See, I should probably have a reference. Oh well, it doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, let's bring in the sides a bit. Let's see. 1. Yeah, here we go. X. Z, bring this in significantly. Bring that one up. And what was off or inset? Let's see. Extrude. Okay. And then I can scale that in. Let's see, scale it out on the Y. It's really sensitive. Scale it up. Alright, there we go. And then scale it down. Something like that. Good enough. Let's see. Next, I will add a sail. So this will be a boat. Rename as boat, and then add Shift A. Let's see. Mesh cylinder. Oh. Mesh cylinder. And Blender is not liking my drivers. Let's see, moving, see 5 vertices. Okay, and scale that down and set the position to the center. Rename this to be, what is it, mast. Move up. Let's see, scale it in on, yeah, there we go. More, okay, and then so duplicate, rotate on the Y by 90, move this, scale on the X by, let's say that much. So that looks all right. And let's see this. Go in here, select this one. Let's move it down that much. Now let's scale it a bit more. There we go. And then let's do what's it? Vertex edit mode. No, get rid of that. Want to extrude this. Something like that. Connect, merge them at the last one. Let's see, move this over. Top view. Let's see, I'll need to make it two-sided also. Let's see, where's subdivide? Let's see, subdivide and subdivide that. Go to view front, here we go. Put one there, front, put one there, there, and let's say like that. Good enough, okay. And then I'll just connect all these up. And let's delete this line here. Okay. There's this over here. This needs to go out. Connect that there, and there we go. Let's see, and then I want to, where is it? Extrude this. No, it's not. I'll just, I can, I guess that would be one way to do it. Yeah, I could extrude it. Let's see, go back. It's the quickest way. I'll just extrude it back a little. That way it's two-sided and I don't have to worry about that. Alright, so is the normals set up right? Let me just recalculate normals here. Let's recalculate normals. Where is that under? It's under recalculate. Here we go. Okay, that's good. Now, alright, so that's everything for that. Now, look up how to, let's save this real quick. New folder, here we go. Simple boot. Save that. All right. So let's see. Godot export. Export Blender. We do this. Right, I need the better Collada exporter, I believe. Let's see, Godot. Look up that. If I look up export, yeah, I do have Collada, but I'll have to figure out what the flicker issue is here after the stream. Let's see, where is it? I think it was under downloads. Godot. There we go, better. Okay, it's on the download page of the Godot engine site. let's see, how do I install this? Extract here. README, yes. All right, copy. Okay, yeah, there's a README in the Godot exporter you can use. Let's see, where's Blender installed anyways? Okay, so let's see, where is it? T. Blender info, where's Blender? Should be under, where's it, document? Doc. No, not in document. It's in Blender. Directory. CD, or is it Blender? No. User.config, that's where it is. .config slash Blender. Yeah. And there's nothing there. What? Okay, Blender version scripts add. Oh, okay, so I have to make my own add-ons folder. Bookmarks, and let's go to that directory. And I need to create. Scripts. Okay, so make directory scripts under config. No, it's not under config. Okay, I go into the version folder and then I make the directory scripts, and then in there I make directory add-ons. Okay, and then I copy. Where is it? Copy downloads. Okay, so downloads. Copy the IO scene directory to your scripts add-on folder. I don't have any other add-ons. See downloads, better Godot export, latest. And then I copy the IOScene day and yeah, Godot export manager. Okay, so let's see, copy the, where is it? Better Godot latest, and then it's IOScene, whoops. Scene, no. Scene day, copy that into, where's it, .config slash Blender slash scripts slash add-ons. Copy dot, oh, whoops, let's see, copy dash R. Okay. Let's make sure that copied right. Okay, yeah, and okay, that's got everything. And then need to copy the script. Copy into scripts, into the scripts add-ons folder. What was it called? Godot export manager.py. Okay, there we go. Now I can check the, where's the add-on? It's under settings, user preferences, add-ons, Godot. Yeah, here we go. Better Godot. Traceback. Let's see. No module named that. Oh, so that's not where. What? Okay, that's not the right folder, I think. No module named that. What a pain. Let's see. Copy the IO scene. Yep. Check my folders instead. Check in home and then go to That should be where it is. Why is it not? Let's just try it with the default exporter and see what happens. Where am I exporting? There, okay. Yeah, that exported. Check models. .day, okay. Is that right? Let's see. Check Blender real quick. Exported, okay, yeah. And check Godot. Okay, let's try importing that. Folder, drag that in. Importing. Okay. And it didn't work. Oh, it did work. Okay. So if I switch over to my view to be Godot, there we go. So I just dragged the file in here. It says that. I mean, it shows up though. So let's see. No, I don't want 2D. I want regular. And let's drag this. The child. Okay. So it shows up. Oh, I need to enable the can't remove this. Delete. Remove. Delete. Let's see, go back to Blender. And I need to enable let's see, apply the go here. It was on boat. Apply the that, yep, and then save over, and then export a colada. There we go, and export. Yes. See if that worked real quick. Folder. Yeah, okay. So go back to Godot. Okay, and let me close Blender. Let me close Paint also. And close all these terminals. Let's see, where is it? This one, and this one. Yep, okay, that's everything. Alright, so finally get started on the actual physics of it. Save this as world and set as the main project scene. Let's see, config run main scene is world, and then let's set up the input. Let's see, turn mast right, turn mast left, turn rudder right, and turn rudder left. And I'll put, let's see, as mast, I'll do, let's see, Q and E maybe. And that's, no wait, should be E, turn left will be Q, turn right will be D, and turn left will be A. Might have to change that, but it's good enough for now. Now it's time to make the boat. So let's go here. Let's see, kinematic body with, drag this onto it. Can I? No. I need a mesh. Mesh, yes. Put this on it. No, I can't. Oh, wait, I can just do that. Okay. Transform is translation 000. And can I discard instancing? Go away. There we go. Good. Okay, so I can individually control the mast and put that under the boat. Let's see, mesh. Get rid of that. Okay. Can I, let's see, call this boat. And I guess I should put a collider so it stops the warning. Collision shape. Let's see, capsule. And give it, there we go. Good enough. There we go. Call that boat. Oh wait, where did that move? There we go. Okay, now everything's in place. I can just actually change the material under. Oh, I don't have a light in the scene. Maybe that's. Oh well, figure that out later. It's not important. So let's put in the script, the boat script. So let's see, in physics process, that's where most of the actions can happen. And I need several things. So I'm going to need wind vector, which I will calculate based on, let's see, I'll do wind, I'll just call it wind force. It's 20, wind direction. This will be an angle, degrees for an angle. It's, let's say 30 for starters. And then I'll set wind vector will equal vector 2 of cosine of wind force, wind direction degree to rad. Is that it? That? Yep. Then I do sine, whoops, that should be degree. There we go. Sine degree to rad, radians of wind direction. And then I do wind force, oops, times that. Okay, so that gives me the wind vector. Nice. Do I not have enough? Am I missing that one, that one? Yeah, one more. Here we go. Alright, so convert the wind to a vector. And then I'm going to take, first off, I want to get the rotation of the sail. So let's get the sail on ready var sail equals, let's see, boat mast, or yeah, mast, I guess. Yeah, sail, we'll just call it. On ready var boat equals boat. Yep, and then, so mast starts with a rotation of 0. Boat, rotation of 0, good. Start off with that. Okay, now, first off, let's take, which one I'm going to do first? Let's calculate the force on the sail. So calc force on sail. So I'm going to take the, let's think about dot product. So if this is, let's bring up Penta again. Draw this out. Penta. Go to OBS. Property, switch that to Penta. Okay, so if the sail's like this is forward, the wind's pointing this way, I want to take the dot product so I can see if the wind was going this way, I would have 1 max force. If it's going this way, I would have 0 from the dot product, which is no force. And then if it was going this way, I get negative, meaning pushing backwards, full force. So I want to take the dot product between this direction of the sail and the direction of the wind. So I want a function that I can convert between, let's see, I'll call it angle to vector. So I can pass in and angle, just take this, angle to vector, return this. So all I have to do is see angle to vector, wind direction. Okay, so now I can convert, let's see, I'll have wind vector I just want the direction though. So let's just do, I don't even need to record that really. Let's see, angle to vector dot, where is it? Dot product, what is dot? So I get vector 2 here, dot, there we go. Okay, so I just plug in another. Okay, let's see, dot. So I take the vector of the wind is pointing in, it's normalized, and then I take the dot product of the vector the sail's pointing in. So let's get sail dot rotation degrees dot y, so the rotation of the y. So I convert that. So that means if I have 0, I'll have, if the sail's rotated at 0, this vector will be a 0 rotation. this vector will be, oh wait, I need to convert that to a vector first. Angle to vec. Angle to vector sail.rotation.degrees.y. This will give me, so if I have 0 rotation, this will give me 0, 1. Vector of 0, 1. So pointing forward, yeah, that's correct. So it's pointing forward, as it should, and this one's going to be pointing slightly off from forward. I think I need to add 90. Because right now how it is it's setting, currently it's, so if this is rotation 0, then the wind pointing this way is rotation 30. Rotation 30, which means that if it was pointing this way, it would give me, is that right? Is that correct? 0. So that means this one's going to have, it has a 1. This one's going to have, actually, if I have 30 degrees, it's going to give me an angle out here, I think. I think I need to flip that. Do I need to flip that? Let me think. If I add 90, no, if I subtract 90, so this should give me a vector pointing forwards. Yes, and then if I want, let's see, if it's 1, if it's 0, sine is going to give it 1. Am I doing that right? No, cosine is going to give it 1. That's right. Sine starts at 0. So it's going to be pointing this way, which is not what I want. So I do want to add 90 to the sail rotation. Let's go there. Okay, so sail rotation. Let's see, I'll call it get sail vec. Sail vector. And this will be this plus 90. There we go, that's what I want. Okay, and then so that, okay, so now I have the dot product, du, I'll call that, and I d times the wind force, I just return that. Okay, so the force on the sail, I get the dot product, so how aligned they are. Multiply that times the wind force, that gives me how much is acting on the force. Maybe I should, wind on sail, maybe I should not do wind. Or should I? I want to get the, let's see, x. So that's how aligned they are. Okay, so that's giving me, let's go back. I have to do this visually, otherwise I'll never be able to figure it out. Let's see, go here. No. Property, set this to here. Okay, so right now I have the sail and the wind force that's hitting it like this. Now I need to convert this to the boat, which is here. So I need to get the x component and the y component. So I have the force hitting the sail. This is just, I can just see this as magnitude hitting the sail. And then I can convert that to the boat. Okay, so let me get the boat rotation, which is just going to be, oh, that's just going to be our rotation, that's right. So I need one vector for here. That's going to be y1 and x0. And then I check the alignment there. Okay. There. Go back. Let's see. Let's cut magnitude of a force. So I'm not going to multiply this. So let's just return this. So that's going to be -1 to 1, depending on how much the magnitude of this force of the wind is hitting the sail. Now, calculate acceleration cell. So that's going to give me, calculate the magnitude of the force on sail. Then I don't need this. I take my rotation dot y, angle to vector. So I get my rotation. Do I need to add 90? Yeah, I think so. Plus 90. So I want it to start at y1, x0. Yes. So angle to vector, that's the boat vector, equals that. And then I want to dot product it with dotted with the sail vector. So that's how much that. Okay, so that gives me how aligned they are. Then call that M, magnitude. Okay, so that's how much of the sail is aligned. Okay, and then I have the force. I just do M times equals force on sail N times wind force. And that should give me the force of the wind hitting, that's how much the wind is accelerating my boat. Now I need to subtract boat speed. So let's call this, let's say boat, let's just call it velocity equals vector 2. And I'll need drag. Constant drag, let's say 0.8. And okay, let's see. Drag. Physics process. So let's put that here. So vector 3 will be call this velo x0 and velocity dot y. So what's that? Then move and collide move vec times delta. That should be right. Let's see if that even works real quick. Anything crashes. Oh, I don't have a camera. Let's see, 3D and camera. And let's see if that camera setup works. No, it's not. Oh, I need to set it as current. Current is on, yes. Still not working. What the hell? Why are cameras so annoying? Oh, right, because I never added this. Boat. Here we go. Okay, now let's put some reference objects. Let's say mesh. Put a cube here. Okay, it's not moving now, so let me quickly add exit, just because it's easy. I hate having to hit X to close the program every time. Boat. So move this away farther. And is there smoothing? No. Top of the tracking period? No. Maybe that's a different camera setup. Oh well. Input. Oh yeah, let me set up the exit. If input dot is action, whatever, just pressed exit, then exit get tree dot quit. There we go. Okay, now I want to move vector. Oh right, I'm never actually setting the velocity. Okay, so velocity, I need to add velocity plus equal angle to vector is our current angle to vector, this times calculate boat acceleration. There we go. Nail in 25, where is this? Plus boat, accelerate boat. Oh, what's, it's giving me 0. Oh, I'm not returning anything. Return m times that, there we go. Okay, so now I'm speedily accelerating backwards. Oh, and let me add and then minus velocity times drag. Put that in there as well. Okay, now the boat moves backwards, and I'll just show what's going on real quick. Screen capture. Alright, so that's the current state of things. Now I need to figure out everything. So let's see what calculate first if input dot is action pressed, which one, turn mast left and turn it right. I want to rotate the mast, call it r equals 0 plus equals 1 mr minus equals 1, and then I take that was a mast dot rotation dot y plus equals mr. Let's see, what's turn speed? Const mast turn speed, say 5, and I'll put on that. Rudder turn speed, I'll say sail turn speed. say 5 also. Okay, so sail turn speed times MR. So which key was that? Corsair, where, mast. Oh, sail. Here we go. That's what I was. Okay, so now it's. Oh, I need rotation degrees. I need some visual things also. Is there a custom 3D drawing, I wonder? That'd be really useful. Oh well, is there global rotation? Let's see, global rot. I don't think so. Is rotation global or local? Rotation. Docs transform. Why is 3D so much weirder to use? Like, why can't they just use position instead of translation? Nope, I'm looking for... that, rotation. Is it rotate mode? No. Matrices. Where is... I'm looking for spatial. Let's see, what do I have access to in here? Rotation degrees. What happens if I rotate this? It doesn't rotate that. Yeah, because there's no global version. That is really a pain. Okay, well, I'm going to keep these separate in that case, and I'll rotate boat and collision shape simultaneously, I guess. Wish I could just put this as... Oh, I could put this as a child of this, actually. Oops. There we go. Now I can just rotate that and that. Alright, now I'll just go here. I don't need that. Already var boat equals collision shape. Now I can rotate those separately, and I don't rotate myself. I do boat dot rotation dot y. Okay, now I don't have to worry about rotation weirdness. Now I want to have some, let's see, some visuals. Let's do mesh instance of a cube mesh. Oh, it's scaled. Oh well. Put this here. How do I want to do this? Well, if I could put a spatial node at this one's position, let's say transform, put it at 0, 0, 0, and then flip it, put this here. What happens if I scale this inside out? Okay, it goes. So now I can just scale this. Let's move this over. There, now I can scale that according to the wind power. Nice. And let's scale this down a little more. Over there. Now when I scale this, there we go, and move this back. Okay, so that will represent the force of the wind hitting, let's say, wind force, and then I'll have another one for on the boat. Translation 000. Do I have this rotated wrong or something? No. These aren't. Maybe the boat's not where it should be facing. Spatial, there we go. Let's have this as mast, and then I'll put this under it. Mesh. Collision shape, this will be boat. Mesh. And then this will go under it. Boat force, or boat speed. Yeah, let me check if I just have this rotated wrong from Blender. So if I go up to Z5, oh yeah, okay, so it's rotated wrong. So let's let's move this over here to 180, move it this way. Rotate that 180 and rotate that 180. That's the problem. Okay. And this needs to go the other way. Mesh. There it is. Put the transform at translation 1, I think. Okay, that should be right. I can scale that. Let's put this slightly over. Good enough. And then get rid of. Let's just redo this. Now, let's see. Put this here. And move the mesh instance over to translation 1.1, let's see. Now if I scale that. Okay, there we go. So then I can see the speed of everything, and then one last thing, I'll put, this will be on mast, I'll put one more up here. That'll just be the wind, and that'll go now we'll move, there we go. This up here, and this will be which way the wind's pointing. There we go. Having a good debug setup is really helpful for weird physics stuff, or just complicated physics stuff like this. Okay, so now I have everything set up. Now I need to actually put that in the script. So go check here. Let's see, physics process, calculate force on sail. So let's set on ready var. Let's get debug shapes. On ready var debug wind. On ready var debug speed. On ready var debug speed sail. Let's say that equals wind force on mast equals mast, or no, just wind, and then I need boat speed. It's under boat, equal boat, boat speed. Boat speed, yes. No, I don't want mesh instance. There we go. So then I can take that, set that speed dot scale dot z equals velo dot y, so velocity, debug wind dot scale dot z equals calculate force on sail times wind force, and then debug sail. Oh, that's what I wanted that one for. Okay, scale.z equals that. This one will be equal to, let's see, scale.z equals wind force, and the rotation, debug dot rotation degrees dot y equal wind direction. There we go. Let's see if that works properly. Rotation invalid, get next on base degrees. Boat. What is this? Base null instance. Where is boat? There we go. That's what was wrong. What? That's not right. Wind force on mast sail debug speed. Oh, these are wrong. Yeah, speed should be this one, and this one should be wind. Okay, so let me just bring that up on OBS. So if I see what's going on here, so I need to scale everything down. But you can see at the top of the mast, this is the wind. That's the direction the wind is going. Wind's going that way. And this is wrong, but this is showing how much it's applying force. Okay, so I need to not rotate it then. So let's see, 90. Get rid of this. Sail back. I should do get boat vector also, which is Oops. Get rid of that. Okay, get boat vector will replace this one. Boat rotation dot y. Where is it? Here we go again. Let's try this. So, oh, now it's so if I rotate this, it's maximum force now, and it's less if I rotate it along. Okay, so yeah, it's now it's negative. Yeah, so now it's giving me a negative force, so it's pointing this. Okay, that's right, that's what I want. So it's the force is going that way always, but the boat velocity thing got glitched out. So let's try boat vector times the acceleration. Is that? That's weird. Let's see. Why does that disappear though? Yeah, where is it? Why are these swapped now? So it's getting the right force on the wind. Sail. This is correct. This is working. Scale C, but now I'm going sideways. Do I need to switch these maybe? Okay, now I'm going the correct way. Should be sailing backwards if I go this way. Okay, let me move the camera so I can see better what's going on. Okay, that should be right. Let's see. Does this accelerate me back? Oh, it does. Okay, cool. The sail is not rotating properly though. Where is mast mesh? It's not rotating in the correct spot. Where is this? Is there? Right, mast is there. Okay, yeah, that's where it should be. It's always wrong. Cool. Alright. Now I need to set up, so script, let's see. This should be velocity dot x. Let's move this speed one over here so I can see it right there. Okay, now I'm sailing backwards slowly. And let's reduce the speed of the force so I can actually see what's going on a little better. Yep. Now I need a, okay. Now I can set up the rudder. Yeah, okay. let's put rudder's gonna go on attach that to here. Let's see, rudder, spatial. Put that right here. Sit on grid lock. Yeah, it's locked. Why is it locked right now? Well, there. And then let's add a mesh to here. Do a cube. Scale that down and something like that. Move it this way. Now if I rotate this, it should, yeah. Let's scale it up a little more. Okay, that's good. This will be called rudder. And if I go up to here, let's say on bar, rudder equals boat rudder. Yeah, that's great autocomplete. Alright, so, oh yeah, I haven't been, oh, I'm on screen capture, okay, good. So, current state of things here. The sail's working properly according with the wind. Physics, I have the velocity set up. I need to set up my own, I need to set up the wind created by moving forward, and I need to set up turning. So let's do turning, so let's say, for rudder rotation equals 0, and I'll do this, turn rudder left and turn rudder right, and let's get the var rotation of the rudder equals rudder dot rotation degrees dot y. Rotation of rudder equals rotation r plus r times rudder turn speed, and then I want to clamp that to, let's say, what's the rudder turn arc? Turn arc, let's say it can turn 60 degrees in both directions. So clamp this to a minimum of negative and positive. There we go. And I can just set it and that should do it. So let's see if that turns properly. I'm using, nice, okay. So now, well, this also rudder area, surface area equals, let's say 5. So now I turn on, let's see, that's okay, that's set right. So now I need to rotate the boat, and I need a side drag. Let's see, drag. See, forward drag and side drag. Forward drag and side drag, which will be really high. So that's if the boat moves sideways, how much that stopped. So let's see, velocity is that, and then I want to take let's say velocity, I want to get moving forward, I need to take the x component. What if I got, no, that's, if I can convert the velocity to local and then back again, that would be useful. Or I could just take, let's say drag 1 var side drag, and then var forward drag. So this one's going to equal get boat vector, but I want it without the x component. So instead, let's do vector. Oh wait, vector 2. Yeah, I'm using vector 2. That's easier. So moving forward. So forward is on the x. Yeah, for velocity here, we're doing forward on the x. So that would be 1 and 0. This side, actually, wait. That would be 0 and 1. Rotated by boat dot rotation dot y. And then I do the same thing here, just with 1 there. And I multiply it by side drag and forward drag. Okay, and then velocity minus equals side drag minus forward drag. Whoops, forward drag. See what that does. So I have individual drag for forward and sideways. Why is the acceleration so fast? Let's get rid of side drag real quick and only have forward drag. Let's see if that works properly. Velocity minus equals forward drag. That's accelerating me. What if I... No, that's weird. If I just do minus velocity times drag, no, I need to rotate. Oh yeah, that's not going to do it. That's right. I need to take my current velocity. Let's say if I'm going forward, get a pencil. If I'm going this way, then I just subtract my rotation. I rotate it by the negative of my rotation. Yeah. I do velocity dot rotated by the negative of this, and then I do that. No, that glitches it. Whoa. Oh wait, yeah, because I'm adding. I don't want to add, I want to subtract. There we go. Okay. And then I can do the same thing with side drag. Nice. Minus rid of this. Oh wait, minus forward. Let's see, I need to rotate it. Velocity dot rotated by that amount. Wait, hang on, I gotta think this through again. So if I rotate it by that amount, that should give me, yeah, so if I'm facing 30 degrees and I rotate by negative 30 degrees, that'll give me the individual components that I want. So I just take var local velocity equals this. Then I take vector 2 1 0 1 and 1 0, rotate it back, multiply it by this and by velocity dot y and velocity dot x. I think I've got this backwards, I think. Yeah, that should do it. Let's try this. No, that didn't do it. What? Go away. Times velocity dot x. So let's, oh, local velocity, yeah, this. And then I take that. That didn't do it either. Let's just do forward drag here. And I'm going to print local velocity here. Okay, so that means I'm going forward by 5. So that's on the x, so forward, yep. Okay, that's good. Now side drag should be 0. Yeah, that's right. So I'll just set this equal to velocity minus this minus side drag. There. Okay, it's working. I guess it's just a math issue, the way Godot associates operators. Okay. Now for calculating rudder turn force. So let's see. I'm going to put some more meshes around. So more visual references. Okay, now I take our boat forward force, turn force, so I'm going to get local velocity, get the x component, which is how much controls forward I'm going. So local velocity dot x. Oh, let's see. No, I can just take, I don't need this, I can just get, yeah, I just want the dot product. So let me get the boat vector, dotted with angle to vec, what is it, dotted with this, rudder dot rotation degrees dot y. There we go. Oh, hang on, this is regular rotation, this is not, should be that. Well, I wasn't rotating the boat, so that's why I wasn't causing problems. Okay, so I get this, let's see, var rudder magnitude, force on here. Okay, so I get the dot with that, how much it rotated. So then that's how in line they are. So I need to rotate this by 90 because I want it to be perpendicular. So magnitude of force hitting that, so I want it to be 1 when it's perpendicular. Yeah. Okay. Is that right? Let's see, if I'm at 0, if the boat's going this way, and I take the velocity, okay, I want velocity with this, I think. Yeah, let's just do velocity. That should work. And if they're perfectly in line, it'll be 1. And if they're not, then it'll be 0. So if I rotate it by 90, and if they're perfectly, let's see that. Print rm. Oh, I'm not calling it. Hang on. Zero. Okay, so now it's negative. Now it's positive. Okay, that's right. Now return. Oh wait, that's giving me a value of. Let me get vector or velocity dot normalized. And I'll return rm times Alright, I have the velocity here. No. Yeah, that works. That's, and I return rm times velocity dot length. Yeah. Times the rudder surface area, I'll say. Right, I'll probably want to minimize that actually. Whatever, rudder area. So calculate turn force. Rudder dot rotation degrees dot y plus equal rudder turn force times delta, let's say. Not turning. It should be boat. Oh, it should be boat. Hang on. Yeah. Nice. Oh, it's working, eh? Yeah, there we go. That's working. Nice. First, let's turn down the forward drag significantly. Yeah, that's fine. Why is it moving so much faster? I don't want the... Is it using the wrong one, I wonder? I need to flip these. Why is that pushing so... Oh, my acceleration needs to be increasing with the delta. That's right. Times delta. That's the problem. Increasing with delta, and this needs to be times delta also. Is the rudder reversed? Is it flipping if I'm going backwards, I wonder? Let's see, get rid of the side drag so much. No, that's right. Yeah, I should be turning that way. I do want to flip that though. Let's see. This. Let's flip this. Rudder should. Let's have the opposite way. The main problem is that if I sail directly into the wind, it needs to. Oh, that is backwards. Yeah, if I'm sailing backwards, I need to reverse. If calculate wind force, then I'll flip the turn force. Or turn force equals that. Return turn force. If turn force, no, if calculate this, force on the sail is less than 0, then turn force times -1. Get, where is it? No, that's still wrong. No, that's right. Or is it? Why is this so weird? Okay, I'm turning the right way if I'm moving backwards, I'm turning the right way, but the sail is... Nope, that's wrong. Okay, so I don't do that. Specifically if I'm moving backwards, but now there's like hardly any force. Why is it not turning the other way? Oh, yeah, because the way the rudder turned, I think. Turn force, rudder. I think I need to take the inverse of this. So let's just get rid of this. Okay, so I do this, and then that'll give me RM. So that'll be 0. If they're perfectly aligned, it'll be a 1 or a -1. So that means I need to flip them. Var sine equals, whoops, sine equals sine of, and then I do our RM M equals sine times 1 minus absolute value of RM. So that way, if they're perfectly aligned, it gives a 1, and I want it to be a 0 if that's the case, so that means take the absolute value because it could be -1, subtract 1 from it, okay, or 1 subtract by it, and then multiply by the sign, so I can say that in case of, what's going on here? Why is this wrong? Oh. I already defined that, okay. Now, why am I way off? Where am I? Now it's backwards. Now it's stuck turning the same way. Print RM. So that's giving positive. Why is it alternating like that? I think I need the local velocity. Let's see if I can just get the, oh, let's get rid of this. So move this over. Let's try this out. So let's wait. Okay, so if the boat's going this way and the rudder's facing this way, then water's going this way, the boat's going this way, so water's going this way at the speed of negative of this part of the velocity of the boat. So if I get the local velocity, yeah, because the velocity, the rudder is relative its rotation. I can't get its global rotation, so I think that's the way to do it. I take this, and that's the amount I want. Okay. So let's get local velocity. Where is that? That's local velocity, and then I local velocity dot normalized. And then I take the local velocity length. Local velocity, and then I'll set its local velocity dot, the horizontal component will be 0, and then normalized. Oh, and then I can just local velocity dot x divided equals local dot x, where I don't have to normalize it. Make it a little more efficient. Take the dot between that and the rudder's angle. Can I just rotate this now? Would that work? Wait, I don't need length. That's just going to be 1. Oh well. Okay, that's turning properly. Not turning as much as I want it to. Sharp returns. Let's try this. Okay. Now it's reversed when I'm moving backwards still. I think that's because of this. So let's try switching it. So print s sine r of m. Yes. And if it's flipped when I do that. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see. So that turns it. Turn slower here. Okay, I'm turning that way now. Should be going backwards. Why is it? Oh, yeah, that's the force on it. No, I'm getting pushed. Now it's flipped still. Oh, it's still. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, let me set up a rudder force thing. Where's the boat speed? We'll put this under rudder force. Boat speed, move this over. And then I rotate it by 90. So script, put this up here. Ready var debug rudder equals boat slash rudder force. And then debug rudder dot scale dot z. Set that equal to turn force. Scale.z equals calc turn force. That's not right. Let's get rid of all this weird stuff here and just see if I can figure out what's going on. First, this, let's move it above. I want it to turn like with it. 3D, no, I want boat scene. Rudder force there. And I'm going to script. So not under rudder. Turn force. Rudder area. Okay, so now, let's add 90 to that. See what happens. Okay, so that's right. Now I need to check if I move backwards. So if I move backwards, it doesn't work. It should be going. Why is that? I think the speed is off. This shouldn't be that. This should be local velocity dot x. Okay, now I'm moving backwards. So if I'm moving backwards, I should flip this. Let's see. For sine equals local velocity dot x sine. And multiply that. Okay, now if I turn the other way, oh, the mass is way off. Now it's still wrong. You can't really tell though from out there. Let's see, okay, I'm turning the right way. Now I'm going backwards. Problem is that I'm turning it the wrong way. There's just not enough stuff to see. Let's move it all forward a ways. Where is the vector? No, I should go this way. Let's see, slow down, go backwards. And now it's flipped. Oh, right, if velocity is negative, I want it to go the other way. Yeah, so why is it not going the other way when I do that? This is sine of this, local velocity. Print s. So it turns the right way when I do this. But the sign still, why is it doing that? Local velocity dot x, let's print that out. So it's, oh, because I divide it, that's right. All right, I should be getting the sign up here. There, now I get it. Ah, there we go. That's right. Let's see what's wrong with the mast there. Why is it off the... Does it just seem like it's floating? What's up with that? Yeah, why is it moving off? Oh, I think it's because I'm not rotating. The mast and the boat need to be in the same position. Let's see, mast, put it under here, transform, translation, 0. Move it back up. Okay, there we go. That should fix it. So that's about the extent of how far, whoops. Let's see, the other way. There we go. Okay, so that's about the angle you can sail upwind, which is pretty accurate if you ever study. So right now I'm sailing at about 30 degrees upwind. So if I build up, it's currently the acceleration on my boat. Oops. I'm gonna have to do some more physics research. Oops. So this way and sail that one. Cool. All right. I can stop by angling there. All right, let me check some last physics stuff. Let's see, sailing, physics. I want to see if I'm missing anything. I know you're supposed to be able to sail faster upwind. I don't think I'll do the tilt, the boat tilt today. That's a little too much work. Let's see, I should add materials to boat mesh. Where is this mesh instant? Let's give it a visibility, geometry, new spatial material. Give it color of red. Here we go. I go on this one. Geometry. I can't get. Copy there. I copy this. Copy, put it to best wins mesh. Geometry here, let's see, paste, there we go, nice, and last one, wind, this one, geometry, paste, there we go. And let's go into script and let's tone down the debug times like 0.2. Maybe I should scale them all down a bit more too. Where's the... Is there no full-on scaler? No, there isn't. That's lame. Oh, there we go. I just grabbed this. Okay, I can just click anywhere and scale it. And then finally scale that. See, scale it down. Okay, let's put also in the overworld some, let's see, add a spatial node, add all these. Let's see, get rid of these, put mesh, try mesh collision. No, that's not what I want. Mesh create try mesh static body, that's what it is. So let's, oops, throw around some of these for reference and then make a wall. Oops. This one over here. See if that works. Why is that on? Oh, transform, translation. It's the last 4? No, is it 5? Yeah, they all need to be at translation 0. No. 0 on the Y. There we go. What the hell? No, I'll just get rid of all these and start over because that is too weird. Okay, that stops me from moving. Cool. Let's add maybe a restart. Let's see, restart, project settings, input, restart, and I'll put that as R. And in script I can do scene and restart. Nice, okay. Let's move the boat to here. This way. See how far upwind I can sail. It's this one. Yeah. Yeah, you can sail pretty sharply upwind. That's good. I should keep accelerating is the problem. Alright, good enough for that. Let's see. Check the physics here again. How does a boat move upwind? Yeah. Oh, there's more complicated stuff to it, but this is the simplest way to do it. Let's see, I'll bring it up here. Force on sail, that's what I did. Final wind direction, yeah. Wind can't push it upwind, so then total force on the sail and then force on keel, yep. So I didn't do the force on keel. Further reading. National Geographic had one interesting. Let's see this here. Oh, National Geographic doesn't have it anymore. Okay. Whoa, what? Sailing dead downwind faster than the wind. Alright, so you have, due to the lift, direction of the total wind force is different from the direction in which the wind is blowing. Yep. Blow in any direction, active wind, yep. Sail lift, yep. Cannot sail straight against forward drag force will push it downwind. In order to get from point A, yeah, you zigzag. First turn towards C by using the rudder. Like a bead on a wire from A to C. Shows the relationship between the wind, sail, yep. Power configuration of the boat, yep. Little wind force. Heading force, yep. Oh, specialized one. Interesting. Can you sail faster than the wind? Yes. Alright, well, I think I got enough here. High performance sailing, yeah, that's, I remember reading that ages ago. It's weird stuff, but I think I've done everything I wanted to do for this. The controls are a bit, I guess, clunky, but I don't feel like adding mouse controls right now. Let's see, I could do it. That's good enough. Yeah, okay, ending a stream here. I did everything. I'm going to upload the code on GameJolt and all that. So I'll see you guys next time.